All of us mourn the loss of 5 special young people who were killed 5 years ago this very day in their classroom. God gave them not a long chronological life, but He gave each and every one of those wonderful students a purposeful life. And we're here to thank God for their lives. In their opportunity to be here on this earth, they made a difference. And I went to the funerals of each and every one of these 5 young people 5 years ago, and I learned more about their lives and how they interacted with their families and their community and their fellow students here at Northern Illinois University. And it's important that we remember their lives, and I salute the university and the community here for this wonderful and I think solemn memorial to what we all understand in Illinois as our fundamental purpose. We're here to help others. That service to others is the rent we pay for our place on God's earth. And on behalf of all the people of Illinois, 13 million strong, I want to say that each of our students that we remember here today more than paid their rent in service to others. And we thank their families for giving them those special values. In growing up, they learned from their parents and from their relatives how important it is to have an ethic of service, to have a servant's heart. And I want to say a few words about each of these students that we will always remember and never forget. Catalina Garcia from Cicero, Illinois, who was majoring in elementary education, always had a smile on her face. She wanted to teach early childhood education, children at the dawn of life. She understood how important that is to all of us, that all of our children get a healthy and well-educated start. She came here to this university as a first-generation student, the first person in her family to go to university, and we mourn her loss. Gail Dubowski from Carroll Stream, Illinois, an anthropology major, someone who loved her heritage and loved the people around her, found ways when she visited others to help around their houses. She was always helping others. And we thank God for giving us Gail. Juliana Gahant from Mendota, Illinois, a proud veteran of the United States military, I believe for 12 years, an elementary education major, someone who wanted to use her experience in life to learn here and then to impart knowledge to those she would teach. We thank God for her life. And from Westchester, Illinois, a finance major, Dan Paramenter, who helped save the life of another and gave his own in that classroom. Dan, who worked on the newspaper, the Northern Star, who was a salesperson for advertising, and who also understood how important sports was to all of us. Not only participating in sports, but being involved as a fan of sports. And Dan had a good heart. He was a friendly man, and we mourn his loss. And finally, someone who majored in psychology from Carpentersville, Illinois, Rian Mace, and we thank God for her life. She was a psychology major. She understood that mental health is very important to the health of all of us. And I think as we talk today on this bittersweet day, this profoundly sad day in many respects, we have to remember that part of our mission, the living, is not only to remember those who have given their lives for all of us, but never forget the importance of going forward in life with important things that we can do forward in order to help our community. And I think mental health and helping all of those who are here to learn, continue that mission, is part of our mission. So we are a family in Illinois, a family that celebrates when a school goes to the Orange Bowl, and a family that mourns when 5 special young people lose their lives in a classroom. We've repurposed Cole Hall. We will march on forward, together, forward. Thank you.
By most measures, 5 years is a fleetingly brief period of time. But on a college campus, that span approximates one generation. So it is that as we come together today, almost no undergraduate student currently enrolled at Northern experienced firsthand the terrible tragedy of 5 years ago. None of them experienced the shock, or the heartbreak, or the despair that gripped our campus that day. And conversely, none of them had the privilege of sharing the campus with the 5 who were taken from us that day. They never got the benefit from the generosity of Gail Dubofsky. They never got to share a laugh with the always smiling Catalina Garcia. They never saw how Juliana Gihant brightened a room just by entering. They never got to benefit from the insights Ryan Mace shared with classmates. And they never got the opportunity to enjoy the friendship of the gentle giant that was Dan Parmenter. However, while they may not realize it, today's students are touched by the presence of those 5 students each and every day. Because what happened in Cole Hall 5 years ago forever changed Northern. It taught us lessons that have transformed what it means to be a Husky. We learned to cherish one another because tomorrow is not promised to any of us. We learned to take care of one another, not just in times of tragedy, but every day. We learned that the pain of tragedy is far-reaching, but that the grace of compassion reaches even further. We learned that in a world of harshness and pettiness, we should strive to rise above the rancor and to treat all those around us with kindness and respect. And finally, we learned that when misfortune befalls us, the best response is to learn from it and to move forward, together forward. Those 5 lessons are a gift left to us by those taken from us far too soon. It is their legacy. By heeding those lessons, it is a way for us to take some good for what is otherwise a senseless tragedy. This is the last time I will have the honor of presiding over this remembrance. Like that generation of students that has moved on, now so must I. However, I will always hold in my heart those 5 lessons and these 5 students, trying to apply them every day as a humble tribute to Gail, to Catalina, to Juliana, to Ryan, and to Dan. And I hope you will do the same. Thank you for coming today. God bless all of you, and God bless Northern.